Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here with Guitarsenal, and today we're going to be checking out, in case you guessed it, a wah pedal. This is a Friedman Gold 72, and this is a very reasonably priced wah pedal, but still maintains a lot of high-quality features. It features a very lightweight housing, which keeps the weight down on your pedal board. It has 3 adjustable Q sections, so you can go from like really crazy range of motion on the wah pedal itself down to a little bit more of a moderate, sedate type of a setting if you wish. The setting that we're using on this particular wah pedal at the moment is the middle setting, kind of a little bit more traditional sounding. You know, it can get into a wide range of sweep depending on what you want to do. Basically, you've got a very heavy-duty casting, but again, not too heavy on the weight. You do have a status LED, so when you engage the wah pedal, you get a nice status LED that lets you know that it's engaged, which is cool. That's a nice handy feature. A lot of other, wah pedals such as Crybabies, Voxes, a lot of the vintage style wah pedals, heck, even some of the boutique wah pedals that are out there that, are very high quality. I mean, we've got a Tees wah over there. I know we've got an RMC2 and I think a Wizard wah. And each of those wahs kind of play a little bit different with certain guitars. Some of them are optimized a little bit more for humbuckers. Right here, we're running a 72 Gibson Gold Top with mini humbuckers in it. And I wanted to use the Gold Top for one, this is a sweet guitar. But then two, it's also, humbuckers tend to play a little bit weird with wah pedals. It'll sound glorious with single coils. So I figured we'd test it out with some humbuckers to see how she sounds. It's got a very wide range of sweep. I'm going to get down to just the naked amplifier. This is a 68 drip edge super reverb on about 5. We'll see how it sounds. It's naked signal. Hopefully we're in tune here. We'll see. Very glorious sound in its own regard. Let's listen to the sweep of the wah in the middle position. Here's heel down, heel forward, That's pretty cool. Wah pedals are fun. You know, it's a really cool effect. Not bad. Chad, I'm going to kneel down for a second to the pedal board. The Q settings, where are they at on this thing? It's a little dipper. Okay, I see.
Switch. There you go.
Okay, so, ooh, hello, son. Okay, this is the forward setting on the dipper, and this should give us our most extreme range of Q motion through the motion of the wah pedal. Let's listen to this. Heel down. Oh, that's a humongous range. You can hear it really scooping out the bass frequencies, super, super heavy on the tone end, and then getting super bitey on the high end. Let's hear how this sounds a little bit. Not my favorite setting. We're going to go back on the dipper to the lowest setting. Whoa, look out. So there is an audible click. When you, might want to, I'll tell you what, here we go. Let's disengage the wah, hit the switcher, and see if we get some noise.
Did you try the lowest setting yet?
I have not. So the first setting you heard, guys, was the middle setting. Then we just heard the larger range. Okay, so when the wah is disengaged, you do not hear an audible click, okay? We're now on the lowest setting. I'm glad I discovered that. Okay, this is probably a little bit more of a traditional wah setting. Probably more akin to like an old Vox or maybe a Crybaby or something to that effect. Let's hear how it sounds, all right? Heel down. Buddy, that is Treble City. Tell you what, let me just dish out a bit of the tone on this guitar.
Next stop, Treble City. Next stop.
Calling Treble City. Everybody get on board. I'm trying to let the inner Stevie Wonder come out. I don't know if that's, yeah. In the hot tub. One thing I want to notice on that lower setting, it does seem like it dishes out a heck of a lot more of the lower frequency and doesn't add in as much high end. It's a stranger sweep.
Well, I think that the way the sweep works is it kind of has a mid-range center point, and then it just literally, you've got...
It kind of goes in either direction or further out.
Yeah, so
I think that the second setting is my favorite.
I think so.
Yeah, all right, so I'm going to disengage the wah. Let's get back on the setting, the middle setting. And one thing, I wound up with some white lithium grease on my finger from the...
From the rocker?
The rocker had some white lithium grease. I was like, where the heck did that end up on my hands? And we'll just grease up the strings with some white lithium grease. That'll be all right.
That'll make you play faster.
I mean, yeah, it does seem like a very well-made unit, and it does accept a 9-volt power supply. So if you were running, like in this case, pedal power or something like that, you can just add it right into your rig. Wahs tend to kind of go best at the beginning of the signal. Let's see how it plays with an overdrive. We actually have the new Wampler Pantheon. This is meant to be kind of a Marshall blues breaker kind of sound. So let's engage the wah and hit a drive and fool around a little bit here. See how this sounds. Oh, that's nasally, isn't it? Well, I've got a lot of tone dished out here. Woo! Let's add some neck pickup tone back in. See how this sounds. I don't know. Tell you what, let's switch to something with single coils. Check it out. All right, here's the thing. I've been playing my Les Paul quite a bit lately, but you can't deny the beauty of a Stratocaster with a wah pedal and a super reverb. That's a pretty wonderful sound right there coming out of the Strat. This is an American Standard Strat. This is one of the limited editions they did for Guitar Center with the rosewood neck, which is really cool. It's got a nice kind of mellow sound, but it's still really punchy and it's still got some brightness to it. And that wah really does bring that in quite a bit. Just the way that on a Stratocaster, especially if you really dial out about half the tone, you know, and get a little bit coming out of the guitar and coming back in with that wah pedal, it really the notes bloom in a very special way that they just don't really seem to do on other guitars. You know, a Strat is kind of unique in that aspect, where you get the sort of... Freaking Stratocaster, man. All right. Guys, hopefully this gave you a bit of an idea of what this Friedman Gold 72 can sound like. You know, you get the 3Q settings, a nice lightweight enclosure, a status LED, the ability to be, you know, powered by 9-volt input as well as 9-volt batteries, which is convenient for some of you. I think it's a pretty cool wah. I don't necessarily think that I'd be getting rid of my Jeffrey Teese's anytime soon. Mr. Teese makes some wonderful wahs, but the Friedman wahs are great too, and some of the Buddhas I've heard are really not that bad either. There are so many different companies making wah pedals now. I mean, you know, Vox, you know, still makes their wah pedal, and then you've got the Crybabies that are still out there. Those are made by Dunlop, and Dunlop also makes a Crybaby with adjustable Q setting that would give you similar functionality to the Friedman. And of course, there's Mr. Teese doing his thing and ruling the world. I mean, his wahs are great. I've been using Teese wahs for over almost 12 years now, I think. Between Chad and I, we both owned at one point, you know, their wah pedals, and they're great. The RM2 or the Picture Wah or the Wizard Wah, they all play well. And I think the Friedman is definitely, for the money, a great lineup. We borrowed this particular unit from Atlanta Discount Music. Make sure you check them out. They're really good people. If you want to get one of these wahs, just give them a call, check them out. They'll make sure you're taken care of. And guys, we borrow a lot of this equipment that we demo. I don't own a lot of this stuff, especially pedals. We've actually got quite a few pedals on the floor right now that Atlanta Discount Music loaned to us for the purposes of doing demos for you guys. If you enjoy the demos, give them a call. If you're ever looking to purchase something, man, get with them and just give them your business, and that'll help me out too. Thank you very much for watching today's video. We hope you enjoyed checking it out. Hopefully I didn't noodle too much, but I'm just trying to give you an idea what this wah sounds like. It's a great wah. I tend to really prefer the middle setting, kind of middle of the road, keep it simple. I like the sweep of the middle setting. I do like the status LED, and the weight of the pedal is something that to me is a really big factor. It is nice and lightweight, although very sturdy in its enclosure. And it didn't sound bad with the Les Paul, but I tell you what, man, it's hard to you know, play a wah pedal and not want to run a Strat, man. So I'm gonna make a little more racket. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Remember, we post every Monday and Friday here on Guitarsenal. Make sure you tune in to our videos. Make sure you click that notification bell, and we will see you guys on the flip side. All right.
Yeah.